Hey, I'm Teddy Swims, and you're watching my iHeartRadio Ask Me Anything chat. Thanks to Romeo and Most Requested Live for having me to talk about my song Bad Dreams. Lily from Huntsville asked, do you know how to swim, Teddy? My answer to that would be I'm not going to drown, but I'm not much of a swimmer. I'm much more of a paddler at best. So, yeah, there's that. Shelby from Wixom said, how did Bad Dreams come together? I was at a camp in Palm Springs, and I was talking to Julian Brunetta, my executive producer, about these nightmares I was having all the time and still having lots of times and been having for years. And, we kind of wanted to write the song about it, just kind of put it into life. And it was just kind of about some stuff I was facing, and I think it came out quite honest and beautiful. Sarah from Flint, Michigan said, do you still have bad dreams? Which one was the worst? Mine is barrels falling on me and I can't stop them. Sarah, I do have bad dreams quite often. It's hard to say which one's the worst, but I do have, like, every once in a while I have these where my teeth are like crumbling and falling out, and those are always terrible. I hate those ones. Madison from Columbus, Ohio. Love the threads at the Brit Awards. Please explain in detail how that came together. I'm thinking this will be a great story. We had a few different outfits. One, this I think he's a Brazilian designer named Division. He made this Teddy, outfit, and like with all the bears and stuffed animals all over it. And I just thought it was so cute. My good friend Christian Strobel, who helps me do all the clothes, put it together, and I just fell in love with the outfit and the idea of giving these old stuffed animals another life, once the kids stop playing with them. So I really love that. And the duvet cover situation, we thought it would go cute with the Bad Dreams, and, I thought it was really neat. Violetta from Queens, New York. Can you tell us a little bit about your early years starting out? Did you travel far away from home to sing? When I first started, I was doing a bunch of like metal bands and kind of metalcore. It was like the things around at the time that were really cool to us was like Super Warped Tour days, and so we were listening to a lot of like Attack and Circus Survive and like Devil Wears Prada and stuff like that. So I was trying to create and make those music. And when I'm my senior year in high school, that was like really the Atlanta I guess like local scene was really full of metalcore and stuff, and so we were just trying to do what people were listening to at the time, and I was obsessed with at the time. But we never really toured until about 5 years ago when I became Teddy Swim. So I never even played outside of the state before, state of Georgia, that is. Melissa from State College, Pennsylvania. When does the baby due? Is there something you can't wait to buy them that you never had when you were a kid? My baby's due June 15th. It's the tentative date. I'm having a little boy, and I really put a lot of thought about what I would love to buy my kid. I think that as much as like we struggled as a kid, my dad and my mom always tried to give us everything that we ever wanted. And I think for the most part, I always had the new game systems that came out and stuff. And I think one of my favorite things I ever got. I remember my dad got us the Sega Dreamcast, and that was like the coolest shit ever. So I think I don't know, whatever my kid wants. Within reason, of course, I want to be able to buy them. Abby from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How'd you meet DDP? Has he ever given you the diamond cutter? I think he's probably come really close. I've definitely ticked him off a time or two. But we met actually, so a few years ago when I was still living in Georgia. Dominique Wilkins, who's a Atlanta Hawks, one of the greatest basketball player of all time. He's still their PP, and he asked me to come sing at his birthday party and asked if I was a wrestling fan, and introduced me to Diamond Dallas Page, who was honestly my favorite wrestler of all time. Actually, when I was young, I went to go see them do a WCW live event. It was like one of the first live events I ever went to go watch him fight, and so it was a really full circle moment. I got into doing his DDPY, Diamond Dallas Page yoga with him, and changed my life, helped me lose a bunch of weight, and so he's really become such a second father to me and one of the greatest human beings I've ever met. Kirsten from Chicago. What is something you are proud of but never get a chance to talk about? I don't know. I'm very proud. I think I talk about everything I'm proud about quite a lot. I'm happy to talk about everything I am talk proud of all the time. That's usually what I spend most of my time doing is talking about how proud I am of the people around me. I guess I'd say my boys in Freak Freely, man. They're some of the best writers and producers and players and the best people in the world, and I'm super proud of them. Melissa from Fairfax, Tennessee. How did the upcoming Fenway Park show get put together? Did Thomas call you and ask you to be there? Me and Thomas were actually doing our, I guess, like short form content and filming videos for something about a woman that we did together. And, we started talking about it. And so we put it together and we've been friends for a really long, long time. And he's been one of the biggest supporters and mentors in this business for me. So I'm really looking forward to playing with him. He's one of the best friends ever. Andrea from Hawaiian Gardens. When it comes to jewelry, are you team silver or gold? Yeah, I just love jewelry. I'm a big jewelry slut. I love gold, silver. I'm a mixed metal, whatever you want. Just deck me out. Tori from Portland, your big tour starts in May. Have you announced any opening acts yet? We have not announced them yet, but I think this week or something they're supposed to be announced, or here soon in a couple of days. Whenever you see this, but we have the guys, we have everyone, ready to go. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to sharing it with you. You're gonna love it. Jenny from Nashville, what's your favorite song to sing along to? Ooh, currently it's Sweet Little Rainbows by Alan Stone. That song is sick. Liz from Lexington, when you were at the Brit Awards, was there anyone in particular that you wanted to meet? I was really, really looking forward to meeting Charlie, and I was really even cooler that I got to, present the award for Album of the Year, and her come up and get it, and she's such an inspiration. And I got to meet Jared Leto too, which that was really, really sick. I wasn't expecting that one, but he's really cool. Beth from Cleveland, can you do impersonations? Oh, Beth, I'm actually pretty good at a Winnie the Pooh. I do.
Oh, bother. Well, there's a rumbly in my tumbly. It's time for something sweet like chocolate or honey. Hello, Piglet.
It's not bad. April from Layton, Utah. Do you have any specific routine or ritual before performing or recording? Of course, I do a lot of warm ups. Some of these, and I like to, tequila and good Miller High Life gets me a long way when I go to singing. So I try to keep a good grasp on that. But hey, what are you gonna do? Madeline from Fairfax. When you hear yourself on the radio, does it sound like the little voice in your head? It never does. I think when you hear yourself, like even when you're speaking, you hear like a different version of it. It always sounds better, and then you hear it after the fact, and it doesn't quite sound the same. But I'm getting used to it every day. It never sounds as good, though. Kim from Naples. If you could add a musician to Mount Rushmore, who would it be and why? I might say it's gotta be Otis Redding for me, I think, or Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, yeah. Nancy from Toronto. Where's the furthest away you've been from home and got recognized on the street? Geographically, I guess New Zealand, which I love it there, man. That was the first place we did arenas there in Australia, and one of my favorite places. Those are my favorite people and places to go in the world. I love those guys. Serena from Chattanooga. My grandma DM'd you. How would you describe what you do for a living if she asks? I say I sing songs. Tim from Reno. If you received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, who would you want to be the stars on either side of your star? That's a cool question. I would say Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Bugs Bunny. Kelly from Dalton, Georgia. How far can you throw a ball? I don't know. That's not something I've really measured. I probably could get pretty far. I would think I could, Uncle Rico, throw that thing right over the mountains. Nadine from Jacksonville, Florida. How did you get signed? Did they call you and say they liked your music? No, so at the time we were doing a bunch of covers online, and we started getting some real traction, and The first people that came to see us, um, uh, this guy Jordan Whitmore and Paul Samuels from Atlantic in the UK, like flew all the way from London to Snellville, Georgia, where we were staying, and came and started. Then we started going all over to New York and LA, and started making a bunch of label meetings, and of course I eventually ended up signing with Atlantic in the UK and Warner Records in the States, and I just fell in love with those guys, and I just knew that they were real family, and I felt strong about it. So rest is history. Andrea from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. What's your definition of success? I think for me the definition of success is being able to give opportunity for someone else to achieve the same level of success as you have. I think when you can offer opportunity to give success, or watch somebody step into success and watch them gain success, there's a whole other pride. I think that is truly the definition of success to me. Emily from Philadelphia. One song that you will always remind you of your childhood. I'm gonna say it's gotta be. It's probably gonna be the whole entire. Still the One by Shania Twain, but that whole album, I think for me does that. Or Do You Believe in Love? Or no, what's that other song? Do You Believe in Life After Love? Cher. That one really does it for me. I used to be obsessed with that song when I was a kid. Michelle from Norwalk. If you randomly emptied your pockets, what do you usually find? Um, Both my phones, my wallet, and a can of Zins. That's usually just all that's ever in there. Abby from Brooklyn. Who was your first musical influence? Um, I would say Acceptance. They did this album called Phantoms, and it was like, God, I just still love that band, that album, and they're some of the greatest band ever. It's probably what my first. I guess they're like the first band that made me want to do this for a living. That I was like that influenced me to do music, and I still to this day forever grateful for Acceptance. Thanks for watching my Ask Anything chat. My new song called Bad Dreams is out now. Thanks to Romeo and Most Requested Live for having me on tonight to answer these questions.